Hello again and welcome to another Mordy and Glory Bolt Action Battle Report.
That's right, we are heading back in time and playing a game of Bolt Action. It's been a long time since we did this game on the channel, but with the announcement of 3rd edition, I have to say I've been getting that itch at the back of my mind. I want to roll some dice, I want to do some Bolt Action, and so that is what we are going to be playing today. It will be the Italians versus the Soviet Union. And in command of the Italian forces today, my partner in crime, the ever salty Simon. It's L Simon today. L Simon.
L Simon.
But in typical Italian fashion, you have an admiral leading your ground forces, because that's, they weren't very good at their job. Italian soldiers fought very well. Italian officers, well, the less said about them, the better. What do you mean you bought your commission? What do you mean you're friends with Mussolini? There we go.
Mr. Rees-Mogg.
Pardon?
Mr. Rees-Mogg.
Oh, yes, we're being very topical today. Simon and I have been, I don't know what it is, there's some change in the air, and we're making lots and lots of tongue-in-cheek jokes, so shall we say. Now, the battle day is going to be 1,000 points on either side. We are going to be doing one of the missions straight out of the regular book, and Sam and I, as we've not played Bolt Action in a while, we're going to be sort of just playing a nice sort of normal game. So we're going to put some units down, roll some dice, and have a bit of fun. We'll get into all the missions and everything later on. Now, the theme for today's battle is going to be Eastern Front post-Operation Barbarossa. So the thinking is that if the Italians win today, this will be Case Blue, where the Germans kicked off the second fight in 1942 and they started smashing through the Soviets again. If the Italians win, that's what it'll be. But if the Soviets win today, what it's going to be is Operation Uranus, or Uranus, however you want to say it, where the Russians smashed through the Italians that were guarding the flank and were able to encircle the people in Stalingrad. So we're going to leave it open, and we'll see what happens, and we'll see if we're in 1942 or is it 1943 for Stalingrad. We'll find out.
Both 1942.
Well, they're both 1942. Well, we'll see if we're at the start or at the end of 1942.
What happens if it's a draw?
If it's a draw, then we will let the commenters decide down below. There we go. But without further ado, let's take a look at the two forces that are going to be battling it out today. So here we have 1,000 points of the Soviet Union. Yes! Da, 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 da. Okay, I'll stop now. 1,000 points of Soviet Union. And unlike, it completely out of character for me, I've taken a bit of a Horde.
Didn't see that coming.
I've actually toned it down slightly. There was an extra 20 people in the list, but I toned it down. I would have taken all an experienced Horde, but I thought I'd quite like to try something a bit different actually with my Soviet. So we've gone for a bit of a Horde. The army is actually all going to be in a generic reinforced platoon, but the sort of theme behind the army is we've sort of survived the initial Barbarossa, just about. Obviously, the Soviet Union was a bit hard pressed during that time, and we've reconstituted our forces. So we've called up some more conscripts. We've got a few survivors, maybe some veterans from the earlier year, and now we are ready to go back into the fight and try and take the fight we're ready to bash the fash. That's what we're ready to do. All right. Now, in this army, we have got 1, 2, 3 units of riflemen. These are inexperienced. The unit at the back there with the Molotovs and everything is my free squad. The other 2 units are the ones that I've actually paid for. Everyone's just got a rifle. We're not quite going the man with the rifle dies, the man without picks up and shoot. So at this point, we're not totally screwed. We actually do have enough guns for everyone. Now, to add a little bit of quality to this list, we have gone for 2 units of guard. We've got 1 unit of 10 guard, and they have got 5 SMGs. I just realised the guy that plays Imperial Guard has taken guards units. Anyway, so we've got 5 guys with SMGs and 5 guys with rifles, and then we've got the other guards unit where we have 5 guys with SMGs and 6 guys with rifles. Then we have the support elements. We have got the medium machine gun. You've got to have an MMG. Simon, I'm judging you most harshly for not having one in your list. MMGs are iconic, and it's the Maxim. It was good for the Great War. It's good for World War II, and from what I've heard, it's also quite good in the 21st century as well. So they're still using it.
Topical.
It's topical, but we're not going too far into it. But it's a great gun, which is still doing great things in this game, and also it's iconic. Look at it. It's the mother flipping Maxim. Nice. We've then got a medium mortar, because you can't leave home without a medium mortar. 3 anti-tank rifle teams, because we are the Soviets and we can take 3 of them. We've got a commissar with a bod, and we have got a senior lieutenant with a bod as well. And they've all got 3 SMGs, because I'm trying to cheese it as much as possible. No pistols and rifles for me. In total, we've got loads of infantry. Oh, I almost missed the big thing. I almost missed it. The KV, the mighty KV. Now, this is the KVS, the KV-1S. So it's a little bit cheaper, but it's not armoured all round. But that's fine, because it's a heavy tank. It's the only tank I own. Simon did try and lambast me off camera.
Honestly, I mean, come on.
Yeah, the raw might of Stellanium.
It's all right, he says. It's only got a medium anti-tank.
Look at his face! Look at his face! He's so proud. This is one of the biggest tanks you've faced.
No, I actually played one at one of your tournaments, the KV2.
Oh, the KV2 is something.
And it was quite funny, because I basically spent the whole time just going hull down.
Yeah.
So that was quite funny.
Yeah, because the KV2 is very good, but I prefer the KV1 because it gives me a bit of proper anti-tank with this with the medium AT gun. But I got the bolt action Soviets because I am not a simp for the T-34. I'm not that, but the T-34, it's okay, it's fine, whatever. But I am a big fanboy of the KV because it's big and it's square and it's cool. That's it. That's the reason I got it, and that's the reason I picked the winter Soviets for my Soviet army. So there we go. Lots of tanks, lots of support teams, and a big Makov tank.
You said lots of tanks. You've got 1 tank.
Lots of infantry, lots of support teams, and a lot of tank.
Well, yeah, that's better.
There we go. There we go.
If we're going to get pedantic about it.
Simon, it's why I invite you on. Let's go over to the Italians. Babidi-boopy. Now, as I have just annoyed all the Italian players with my babidi-boopy joke, I'm going to take it a step further. Look at all these pizza enthusiasts.
Honestly.
Simon was like, off camera, don't make the babidi-boopy joke. It won't go down well in the comment section. I was like, look, we've said it now. We could take it out, but I'm a man that stands by his words. I'm just going to lean further into it. Please feel free to lambast me down in the comment section.
Honestly, I need some coffee after that.
You do. You can't have a coffee. Take us through the bloody list.
Not normal strength coffee. Let's just check this.
Oh, yeah. So one time I make Simon a coffee that was...
coffee, right? We'll give you that.
One time I make Simon a coffee that's too strong and he's never let me live it down.
Right. Anyway.
Now you've had your typical Italian player. You've had your coffee. Yeah. You're ready to turn up to the game now. You're ready to play.
Right, where do you want to start?
It's your army.
Well, you always have preference about where you want to start.
The infantry corps.
Right. Okay. So we've gone black shirts because they're all built.
I feel like people should be more bothered about that than the babidi-boopy joke.
What? I can't help it.
You can. You chose to collect them.
So they're Italian black shirts.
Nice.
So we've got 4 squads.
Nice.
3 11-man, one of which has got an NCO with a submachine gun and an LMG.
Am I allowed to make my comment that I always make, that the Italian SMGs are actually very, very good, and the Germans actually quite like them as well. But the Italian LMGs were terrible and everyone hated them.
Well, hence the reason the loader's got 2 spare barrels.
Nice.
There you go.
I say it every single time you think you're Italian.
Well, that's fine. It's historically accurate. But they've been upgraded, so they are definitely fanatics.
Okay, so that's your theatre selector unit.
Well, that's in the Jewel in the Sun.
Nice. Well, it's sunny.
Yeah, we haven't got the rules for Case Blue, because otherwise it would be a little bit.
Well, it's one of those where we don't have the rules for it, and also Bolt Action is our second game. We don't want to like throw down loads of things that we're then going to get wrong. So we've just brought armies that we're familiar with. This is your typical Italian list.
Yeah,
that's my typical Soviet list. And the most important thing is, it's funny when your Italians roll like shit.
Yes.
Because they all end up being shirkers.
Yes. I think for someone who doesn't who's got a reputation for being salty, I play Italian black shirts and gobbos. Perhaps I need to.
I think you bring it onto yourself.
Yeah, I think I need to speak to someone and get to the bottom of this, to be honest. Anyway, right. So we've got some black shirts who are definitely fanatics, and they've got an LMG, a submachine gun.
And then these ones are who knows?
Who knows? Two 11-man squads, one 10-man squad.
So just because obviously we know it, but we'll just explain it to the viewers. The first time that they are shot at, whether they take a casualty or not, the first time they are shot at, so it's a little different to the green rule.
They don't have to be hit.
Don't have to be hit. You roll a dice. On a 1 to 2, they're shirkers. On a 3 to 4, they stay as they are. And on a 5 to 6, they become fanatic.
Yes.
Essentially, it's to represent, we don't know if these are the black shirts that signed up because they wanted to swag around Rome in the fancy uniform thinking they were all that, and actually they don't want to fight at all, or if they are people that genuinely are dedicated to El Duce.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's them.
Officer,
first lieutenant.
nice. Both got a first lieutenant. That's cool.
And their little geezer there with a submachine gun.
Both SMGs, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Nice.
Then we have a howitzer, medium howitzer with a spotter.
Nice.
Medium mortar with a spotter.
No MG because you'll try hard.
Because
Try hard with Italians.
it's not painted.
Nah, that's fair enough. I'm only taking the deck anyway.
And then we have the motor pool.
Nice.
We've got a Fiat truck.
Any upgrades?
No, it's just a Fiat truck.
Nice.
No air con. Slightly more reliable than a Cybertruck.
We are topical today, aren't we?
Someone's been reading The Guardian this morning.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, all painted. So army was originally done for the Sicilian event campaign. So a lot of the vehicles were painted up in the desert.
I like to feel they've been hastily transferred over from the Western Desert to try and, or they were originally destined for the Western Desert and then they got transferred over to try and shore up. Now, if you win today, it's because you were shoring up your attack for Case Blue, and if I win, you were desperately trying to reinforce for Barbarossa.
So yeah, we've got a truck. Then we've got the mighty tank, the M14.
Now, you say it's a medium tank.
Well, it's a medium tank.
Does it actually have armor 9?
It's 8+.
So it's not a medium tank.
And it's vulnerable.
It's a light tank that is vulnerable. Brilliant.
But it's called an M14 medium tank.
Yes.
So there you go. It's a medium tank.
But calling something doesn't actually make it something.
Well, you know, it is what it is.
I actually like it because it's just got so many machine guns.
I like it. It's a great looking tank, to be fair. It hasn't got the pintle mounted now.
So just 3.
Yeah.
3 MMGs. Is it LMGs or LMGs?
Stop asking me difficult questions. MMGs.
Okay, so 2 MMGs in the front and then a coax. Nice.
Yeah. Hull mounted, mount light anti-tank gun, coaxial MMG, and 2 hull mounted MMGs.
That's pretty good.
And then finally, we've got an auto blinder.
Yeah.
The auto blinder 41. So it's got a light automatic cannon, coaxial MMG, and a rear-facing hull mounted MMG as well.
Cool.
So yeah, there you go. 995 points.
Well, Simon, it's been a long time since we've had the Italians on the channel. It's the first time I think you faced off against my Soviets, so it should be a good game. But you know what? Let's head over to the field of battle and take a look at what's happening. And here we are, the field battle after deployment. And you might be saying, Mordian, you forgot to put your models down. Actually, everything is in first wave because we are playing key positions. This is where there are a number of objectives on the board, and whoever controls the objectives at the end, the most objectives at the end of the game wins. If you control an equal amount, then it's a draw. For our key positions, we have gone for a nice equal spread across the middle. I'm thinking this is some sort of like abandoned defensive network. Maybe it was it's been in the attack and counter-attack that was happening on the Eastern Front in the tumultuous times of between 1941 and 1942 and all that good stuff when everything was kicking off. There's going to be defensive networks that were built and then abandoned or overrun, and at this point both sides are trying to take these defensive locations to secure an advantage over the enemy. So we have got this sort of ruined building here, providing a bit of a hard cover. In the middle, we've clearly got some sort of defensive strong point. We've got a bit of a trench here, maybe a destroyed bunker here, and then of course, as is the case in any good game or any good battle, you want to control the high ground. So we've got the hill here. In terms of terrain, this is going to be light cover. Being in this will be in heavy. Being in this will be in heavy. This will be light here, and we're going to because I don't like to have too much heavy cover on the board. We're going to say that this is going to be heavy cover, but this is going to be light cover because this is just like basically sort of tumbling down dry stone walls essentially. Everything else is going to be light cover, so we'll have the hills. Hill, of course a hill, so that will provide light cover, and then forest. That will be dense cover and light cover, so we can't see through it, and if we're in it we get light cover. And then this will be a bit of light cover as well. So a bit of heavy. 3 points of heavy on 3 small points of heavy, and then everything else is basically light or dense. So that covers the mission and the terrain. There's only one thing left to do. Let's get our dice in the bag and start finding out which units are going to be coming on the board first. Here we are, brand new bolt action dice bag, and thought it had to go for the Soviet one. There we are. Now there are 13 red army dice in there and 10 for the Italians. You will be the grey dice day. I will be the red dice. Simon, give it a good shake. You'll be bagman today. What is the first unit that's getting pulled? Pull the dice out and show it to the camera. It's me! Okay, so I will get my first unit onto the table in just a moment. First initial unit of conscripts comes swarming onto the board. Hoorah! Simon, pull the next dice and deposit it in your tray. What is the next one going to be? It's another Soviet one. All right, let's get another unit and bring it onto the board. Clearly, the tin whistles are going up across the Soviet line. Another wave of conscripts. Hoorah! Charges across the board. Simon, give that bag a good shake and pull out more Soviet dice, please. There we go. Nice. Let's bring on, I think we'll bring on the medium mortar because we know where that's going to go. Puffing and panting, we have got the medium mortar onto the board now with a good old run. Let's see what the next unit will be. Maybe an Italian will finally turn up to the battlefield. Or are they too busy having their coffee? No, they've finished their coffee and the first Italian unit is coming on. Simon, do you know where you're going? He's doing it live. He's bringing his mortar on there and going for a run order, I presume.
Yes.
There we go. Well, do the next dice then. Keep it going. Another one of the Soviet dice. Yeah, let me have a little think and I'll see what unit I bring on next. Ensconcing themselves on the side of this hill, ready to put out tracer fire into the middle. We have got the good old Maxim, the grandfather machine gun. All right, Simon, let's see what the next dice is going to be. If you can get a couple of Italian ones. Nope. The rest of the army is still drinking their coffee. So we'll get the next Soviet unit on. Naturally, upon sighting the enemy, I advance, sir. That's my style, sir. The free unit of conscripts have run onto the board, going the full 12 inches forward. No cover, all balls, all glory. Okay, let's see what the next dice is going to be. Getting quite a good line of Soviets coming up here. Nice, there we go. Ah, a fine Italian unit coming on. And Simon, once again, being the most imaginative bot action player that has ever existed, is bringing his, let's have a look.
I'm not taking any crap from the man who just plays the same list no matter what game he plays. Oh, how can I make a Night Army Horde? Let me
13 War Dogs. Not only Horde, but apparently acutely meta as well.
This isn't line of sight blocking.
It is not line of sight blocking. Are you going Billy Big Bollocks? Go on, Simon, be brave!
That is line of sight.
That is line of sight blocking, yeah.
Don't know why the geezer stood there with his with his binoculars.
Because he wants to do some bird watching. There's some woodpeckers in here that are fine this time of year. Put a run dice next to them.
There we go.
My God, it's never been done.
Take some stick from you.
I'm going to do a dice now. Right. My God. It's one of yours. Do one more. We'll do your next. Do you know what you want to do, or do you have a little think?
No, I've not really got that many. I'm going to bring in a squad.
A squad. All right. Well, we'll tell you what. We'll give you a time to place it. We're back in a moment. A unit of Italian black shirts has emerged onto the battlefield. These are not the guaranteed fanatic ones, so we do not yet know their quality. Now, that shows a few units coming onto the board for both sides. You can see we've got quite a few Soviets, the Italians starting to emerge. As is the typical case with First Wave, a lot of the time things are just sort of moving on. There'll only be some long-range pot shots. So what we'll do is we'll come back at the end of the turn, and if there's any important bits that have happened, we'll cover them in the end of turn summary. And here is the glorious Soviet advance across the line at the end of turn 1. We have gone for a very wide attack, typical Soviet tactics. Attack on a wide front, break through where the enemy is weakest. Now, the Italians have ended up in a much more concentrated position. They've got one infantry squad over on the right, somewhat exposed, and then we've got the howitzer in the middle, but then the Italians have gone for everyone else on the left-hand side. Simon doing the classic sweepy flank maneuver. Now, we do have a bit of shooting to do. It's slightly out of sequence, but as the shooting wasn't impacting each other, we thought we'd do it all at the end so you guys can see it on camera. So my KV was my last shoot to come on. It has advanced on 9 inches here, and it has 2 machine guns that are in range to shoot these Italians over there. And Simon, you have brought on all of your vehicles came on last, and the two that will be shooting is this one, and they will probably be going into these conscripts here. Now, I'll do my shooting first, and then you brought your tank on first, so do your tank, and then do your auto blinder.
Yes.
So, KV, the mighty KV, shooting its coaxial MMG and its hull MMG into these Italians. It's long range. I'm going to give Simon light cover because the majority of the unit is hidden behind the hill. So because I can only see sort of 2 or 3 of them. So this will be, and I've moved, so it'll be 6s. One glorious dice, yes, for the Red Army. There we go. Glory to the Redina. And then it's 4 because you're regular.
Yes, but we need to find out what they are as well.
Well, let me see if I get my kill. I get my kill, so you lose a guy. And then what are you? Regular.
Regular.
You are just. You're not fanatical. You're not shirkers. You signed with the black shirts. You knew what you got involved in, but you're not super political about the whole thing.
Yeah, and they've got 1 pin on them.
And they've got 1 pin on them, indeed. Okay, so not bad. It's very rare that my KV actually kills anything. So he's already off to a flying start. Let us see what you do next. So you've got your tank.
Yep. Now moved.
Long range.
Long range. I don't think you've got cover.
I don't think I've got cover either. So not 50% of my unit obscure, so it'll be 5s. So how many dice are you rolling?
15.
That is correct. Just want to make sure. I know sometimes you sneak a few extra ones in.
Let me see. 5. Are we counting now? No, there's definitely 15 there.
Okay. 40k numbers of dice, that. Now you're hitting on 5s. I think you've got the statistical number of hits. My God, sir. It's never been done. Now you are wounding me on 3s because I am but a humble conscript.
Do you not roll these guys? Do they just stay constant?
I waited till to see if you kill one.
Alright.
And you've killed 4 of them. So 4 go down. And then I get to see what happens to them. They're just normal. They are neither uprated or anything. They're just normal. So 4 conscripts have gone down. Okay, and then you have your auto blinder. And I have a pin on me as well.
So that's just 5. I'm just going to do the machine gun.
Just the machine gun. Hitting on 5s. Long range moved.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking to do the auto cannon, but I'll do the machine gun.
2 hits. Simon, you're rolling shockingly normal.
Carry on from last time.
2 more go down. Nice. Now, as I have lost half, but it wasn't in one go.
Yeah.
So I don't take a morale test here. I just have 2 pins.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have one of the big dice I could use for pins or something? Yeah, just give me a big dice. Any big dice we'll use as pins, and we'll use little dice for rolling. That way we can't get confused. And that's the end of turn 1. So 1 fine Italian black shirt has died, and 6 fine Soviet conscripts have died. No one's uprated though, or downrated. We've just stayed on the level. Smooth as a cucumber. All right. It's cool as a cucumber, not smooth as a cucumber. That has some rather other implications. Right. Let's put the dice back in the bag, and let's see who is going to get the dice first next turn. All right, we are going into turn numero dos. Simon, pull the first dice. Of course, it is a Soviet one. Straight away, not mucking around. Let's go, Billy Big Bollocks. Let's go for the KV. Okay. Let's go for the KV. I know traditional wisdom would say don't do the KV first, but it's a big tank, and I like big tanks, I can't lie. So we're going to go for a fire order, and I'm going to... Ooh, or do we go for an advance and try and pop a shot at the old your tanks over there? You know what? We're going to go for an advance, because I know what you're going to do. I'd shoot over there and just go down. That's what you do. So we're going to go for an advance. Simon, if you could pass me a tape measure, please. I'll come over here and assist me. I'd like to go forward enough to get past the forest there. And then I will use my pivot. My one pivot as a tank. And I am going to fire my medium AT gun into your auto blinder.
Okay.
Because, well, I should... Can I see both? Because it's not line of sight blocking, is it?
Oh, yeah. That is
the hill.
No, you can see both.
I can see both. Well, we'll go for the auto. Well, no, we'll go for the big tank, because this has got better chance of penning it, whereas the AT rifles don't have as good a chance. So, I've moved. It's long range. You're definitely getting cover. Yeah. So it's a 6.
Yeah.
Glory to Joseph Stalin! Glory to the man with the big mustache! So, it is strength. Well, it's pen +5.
Yeah.
But long range, so pen +4.
Yeah.
So, you're a medium tank, but actually you're a light tank. So, 8. What does vulnerable do?
That is...
I'll roll my dice whilst you're checking.
I think it is...
So, I got a pen.
Jeez, no, it's sides and rear.
So I got a pen. I got a 6 followed by a 6. Simon, is the bullshit beginning? It's gone. One shot pop, baby! Oh my god. KV! You beautiful baby! He has never killed anything in 4 or 5 games that I've used him. He like bullies the occasional infantry squad. Alright, I've got my first dice off there. It's a pretty big one. Where is he? Oh, beautiful, the glorious. It's like playing World of Tanks. It's the selenium that has done it. Now, Simon, would you like to pick the next dice, please? It's an Italian one. Now, Simon, what are you going to go for first? You can have a little think if you need to. Because that's a big blow. I don't think either of us were expecting that.
Well, I was expecting that.
Really?
Yes.
A 6 followed by a 6,
yes,
followed by a 5.
Yes.
Oh, it is me.
In bolt action.
In bolt action.
We're definitely due.
Now we remember why we haven't played it for 6 months.
I'm going to put my machine gun into those guys. Cause I think...
From the auto blinder?
Yeah.
Stay still?
Yeah.
I could go down. Just to
yeah.
You could go down. So that would go from 4s to 6s.
Yeah.
I think I will go down. So if I can have a dice out the bag, please. Thank you. Let's go down. So that will be 6s to hit. Nope. No hits, unfortunately. That down saving me another pin. But that unit, of course, is now... You have basically taken it out of the game for this turn. Pull the next dice, Simon. Another one for me. Now, I think I'm going to go for... I want to get a bit of a push on here. I'm going to go for a... I think this is pretty exciting. The guards are going to go for a run, and they are going to run up the hill. So I've got my tape measure here, and we are going to go for a nice spice. So we're going to run up to the objective. Let's just get on it. Cha, Yeah, absolutely. There's a chance that these guys could get slotted, but the first wave must go in. And we might as well, if we're going to send anyone in, we might as well send the guards in, see if we can take that objective. So there we go. Got a run on there. Nice. We are doing our own flanking maneuver here. All right, Simon, over to you, sir. Let's go for a run. We'll go for an advance over here because I can't run through the forest. So tell you what, I'll do that and I'll be back in a second. Cautiously advancing through the forest, unable to run through the dense foliage, we have managed to get our conscripts up a little bit further, forming a second wave. Classic guard tactic, classic Soviet tactics. We have one wave absorb the punch, one wave counter punch. Simon, do the next dice, please. Another one for me. Now I'm going to go, I've had a little think off camera, I'm going to go for an ambush here. I could go for a pop onto the auto blinder, but it's hard cover shooting through this, and it's long range. And also, I would only be able to glance you at this range. So what I want to do is go on ambush, and then if you, it sort of makes it tricky for you to do that armoured fist that you were going to do, especially with you losing your tank.
I wasn't planning on doing an armoured fist with Italian armour. Let's just be
yes, you were!
Clear on
yes,
that.
you were! And we've also been joined by Commissar Kylo, and very appropriate because we are, of course, playing the... So are you going to say she's been having lots of strokes and cuddles from Simon off camera, but she's playing hard to get now. Yeah, little bum stroke. Oh, yeah, it's not bad. You were thinking about battering me then, weren't you? All right, Simon, let's do the next dice, please. And the Soviet one. Do you have a little sniff?
Oh, hello, my little mate.
Thank you. Let's go from the ambush over here.
Yeah.
Such a floozy. There we go.
There we go.
Oh.
I know.
I know. She's like, why is your tank dead, Simon? It's like, I know. I'm sad about it too. Come on then. Let's dice. I've done it. I'm ambushed. Another one for moi. We'll go for another. I think we'll go for. I'll tell you what. We'll go for an advance here. We'll do that off camera. We're back in a second. All right. Commissar Kylo presiding over the tray. Simon, your dice is next. What are you going to do?
I am going to put my... Excuse me. What are you doing, missus? Can I actually pen your tank with my howitzer indirect?
It's medium howitzer, so I believe that's pen +3.
Yeah.
Top armor. Top attack gives you +1 pen, so that would be pen +4, so you could glance me on top.
That's it.
Yeah.
Probably not a lot of point then.
Got the other cat here now. It's pretty...
Oh, yeah, he's had a stroke as well. There you go.
Oh, he's not being skittish. Oh, there you go. If you want any proof that Simon's the cat whisperer, the biggest scaredy cat in the whole wide world actually likes Simon. There you go.
Right, I'm going to put my mortar in the squad in the... Actually, let's shoot those guys up there. So.
These guys up here?
Yeah.
With your unit?
Yeah.
Okay, advance or shoot?
Just shoot.
Okay, now I will be... this will just be light cover.
Yeah.
I'm not counting this as a rear, this is just decoration. So I think you'll get one. This guy, I think I'll give you 3 in short range to this guy, and then the rest.
Not going to give me any.
No, it's definitely, man. We'll double check it, but yeah, definitely, man. You were shortchanging yourself.
Okay.
Not quite with him, but those 3 definitely short range.
3,
so 3 will be at 4s.
Yeah.
4s, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 11 in the squad, but one's died. Yeah. So 7 will be at 5s. Okay. So just going for... Oh, but first you have to pass an order check.
Oh, yeah, that's
because you do have a pin.
It's
an 8 because you're regular.
8 or below, isn't it?
Yes. Whoa, I saw the 5. I saw the 5. So you have gone for a fire order here. You've lost your pin there. You've got 3 shots hitting me on 4s because of the light cover. Naturally, they have not hit. And then you've got 7 shots hitting on 5s. The Kakano rifles trying to do their thing. A couple of hits, so I will take a pin. So I'll take this dice and put it next to my own unit. And it'll be forced to kill because I am regular. And you get a kill. Nice. Another Soviet soldier has fallen. All right, Simon, one more dice, please. Try and feel the grey. Nope, you've gone for me. So my move will be very, very quick. I'm going to go for a run, and I'm just going to run 12 inches. I'm not going to measure it too precisely because that's as far as I want to go, and that's well within 12 inches. There we go. Right, one more dice, Simon. It's a grey one. Do your Italian unit, and we'll do the rest off camera.
Right, I am going to put my mortar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put my mortar onto those guys up there.
These guys up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Rolled. So you need a 6 to hit. Can it be done?
Yeah, no, you'd probably do it.
Come on, here we go. No, not quite. So, but you will be dialing in. Do you have a white dice for me or something?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much. If I do not move...
Let's put that dice back in. I think I did, didn't I? Oh, no, it's there.
It's there. All right, so we've had a few exciting things start off. We'll do the rest of the turn off camera, and we'll be back with a bit of a summary. All right, we are back near the end of turn 2. The Italians put both pits of artillery into the guards up here, but unfortunately the shells fell short, kicking up smoke and dirt, but not kicking up any bodies. There was also a whole bunch of Soviets that sort of advanced forward, officers leading the men from behind, of course, you know, can't be leading from the front. And so we had a bit of an advance across the line, went for a cheeky run over here. It is a bit of a Billy Big Bollocks maneuver, but I'm hoping that these guys will have enough to deal with to not worry about them. And they should be fairly well hidden behind that bit of heavy cover as well from other units that might want to shoot at them. So for the Italians, there was a lot of moving forward, trying to get the flank and sweep maneuver off. But there wasn't a lot of outgoing fire apart from that artillery. Everything else sort of ran forward. The last bits of the turn was the Soviet mortar went into this unit of black shirts who need to make... I missed, but you need to make your black shirt roll now. Ah, the men leading the way, turns out they are the shirkers. Now, my last dice of the turn is going to be this unit of infantry, which will advance forward, and then I'm going to try and light up your now shirkers. So I've got 5 SMGs. It's long range, and there's light cover, so it'll be 5s. Not great, just a very normal amount of dice. And then it's forced to kill, I presume.
Yeah, it's still 4s.
2 kills, please. And then I've got my rifles, which are 6 shots, sorry. 6 shots. Now, these moved and also get the light cover, but they're in half range. 2 hits. 1 kill. There we go. Is it a picking one? It is a picking one. So is there anything special in there? NCO. Okay, NCO. So exceptional damage. You're getting raked over by this.
They're not doing anything for the rest of the game now.
So they have 1 pin on them, but it counts as 2. But it's only 1, so you can rally it off fairly quickly. All right, so that is the end of turn 2. I have to say, I think the Soviets got us a leg up there, but
so, yeah.
With this being about action, it just takes a couple of lucky dice rolls, a couple of artillery hits from Simon, and you will be very much back in this game. So let's put the dice back in the bag, and we will be going into turn 3. Turn 3, and the Soviets have left 3 dice out of the bag. We're keeping both of my AT rifles on ambush, and we're keeping the Soviet conscripts here on down. Now, because they've stayed down, I will lose D3 pins on that unit. So I lose 1 pin. It winked to me then. I thought it was going to be all of them. So I lose 1 pin from that unit, and they are staying down this turn. A little known rule, but a very good one. I hope that does survive into 3rd edition, because I really like it. Okay, so Simon, draw the first dice. We're hoping for a first one for the Italians. Okay, now... I got a big question here. I've got a few units I could go with first. I could go over here first, or I could go with my tank first, or I could go with my infantry here. Now, the big thing is, of course, you've got your infantry in there, which is a bit of a pisser. And I've also got my mortar I could go with first. So you know what? I'm going to go with my mortar first because I suspect that you're going to try and move those guys, and I want to try and stop you from moving them. So we're going to go for a fire order on the mortar. We're hitting on a 5. Do you want to go down with the shirkers?
Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to do much else with them, I think, at this point.
Okay. I do get the hit, so that was... Oh, it's happening, Simon! It's happening! All right, so I have a... I think it's a... Is it the... It's a 2-inch template for the... Oh, no, is it... 1-inch for autocannons, 2-inch for light mortar. No, it has to be the 2-inch template, doesn't it? Because otherwise it'd be 3-inch for 2-inch for the light mortar, 3-inch for the medium mortar, 4-inch for the heavy. No, it's the middle. It's the middle one, isn't it? Should we double check just in case?
I think it is. To be fair, medium mortar,
3-inch template.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you on my little. Hang on a second.
I can get 3 guys. There we go. So we'll go for 3 guys there.
Mortar. 2-inch.
2-inch template.
Yeah. Medium mortar.
Okay, can I get 3 guys partially under that template there? No, I think it's going to be 2. I can get 2 guys.
So then go down to 1.
Yeah. Who I do kill because it's plus 2 pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many pins?
Just the 1, which obviously for you counts as 2. Because you're
Yeah.
You're very shirkered.
And they've got no NCO as well.
And they've got no NCO as well, which is minus 1 to order tests.
Yeah.
But you've got your senior officer nearby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not within 6 now. I don't think. Well.
Easily within 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so next dice.
I'm not thinking they're going to be doing much at the moment. There you go.
I'm going to go for... I'm going to go for this tank over here. He's going to go for an advance. He's going to use his pivot on the spot to pivot. There we go. And then he's going to pivot to about there. And then drive forward 9 inches. Oh, that's only 8. I should tell you what, I won't pivot quite as much as that. I'll pivot to there. And then drive forward 9 inches to there. Now, I'm going to use an advanced order, by the way. Now, I'm going to fire both my machine guns at your Italian infantry there. Do you wish to go down, sir? Or are you going to take it on the chin?
I'll take it on the chin, I think.
You don't have to. It's a long game.
Yeah, but if I go down, then you're just going to pick me apart. So I'm going to stay up.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's moved, long range, light cover because of the hill. So we're 6s. Ooh, it's a good hit. It's a typical... I remember why I like this game so much now. It's these Soviet Union dice, man. You've got to get yourself some Italian dice. They'll roll hopefully good for you. And no. So 2 dead, 1 pin.
Okay.
Do you want me to take 2 off from the back?
Yeah.
1, 2 here. Put them there for now. Give us a pin dice. All right. All right, next dice. I'm having a bit of a run, aren't I? I'm going to go for a... Ooh. Ooh. I've got 2 choices. They've gone down, you see, over there, which means I don't really want to go... I don't want to blink first over there if I can help it. Let's go for a good old-fashioned conscript push. Can't go wrong with the conscript push. So we'll go for an advance here. And we'll move our fine Soviet infantry 6 inches forward. In case anyone's wondering why I'm going for an advance, it's because I'm in the dense terrain and I cannot, as far as I remember, I cannot run through dense terrain. So I'm going for advance. I won't be actually shooting anything because I won't have anyone in range that I want to shoot at. So we're essentially running as fast as we can, which in this case is an advance. All right. So that is going to be that unit there. If in doubt, push forward the conscripts. Jeez, are there any Italian dice in there, Simon? So
There's only 8.
there's only 8. Only 8?
One's dead and one's already down.
Ah, okay. Well, I'll do the same thing over here. Bit of a Soviet infantry push. Da-da-da. It looks like a lot of bodies, but as you saw in that first turn, you were able to gun down pretty much half of one of these squads with only a couple of units. So there are bodies, but they are pretty fragile. There we go.
Yeah. Lost 3 of those medium machine guns at this point.
That was a good, yeah. That opening shot was something else. But this is what action. There's always ways to try and come back.
Right, I'm going to try and pop the. See if I can get something into that squad over there.
Okay. I'm going to go down if that's okay. So it doesn't affect your to hit.
Yeah.
But it does mean that I'll take less hits, hopefully.
Nope.
Okay, good. So that will be the howitzer, which is the metal dice.
Yeah.
Going to a 4. And then, okay, next dice here.
That's to put those down.
Oh, that's to put those down. Thank you.
No worries.
And the next dice.
I'll try the mortar.
Try the mortar. Just furious artillery bombardment coming in here. Hitting on a 5. Hey! There we go. So 2-inch template. If I think you can comfortably get 3 underneath there. I'm a little bit bunched up, so that'll be 2. 2 dead because I'm just regular. Pen plus 2.
Yeah.
So was there a 6 there?
Yeah.
Reroll it. You might get advanced knock.
Nope.
You don't get exceptional damage. So we'll lose a couple of riflemen. These guys aren't wearing helmets, so I like to think the shrapnel just brains them, essentially. There we go. All right.
So the white dice is on a 2 now.
And the white dice on a 2. And number of pins for me, sir?
D3, is it?
It's D3. Nice. So both of us, we've gone down and we've not taken too many pins. Hopefully I'll be able to move them early next turn. Soviet dice. Now I'm going to go for a spicy one here. I'm going to go for a fire, and I'm going to go for the truck.
Okay.
I think that's a good move.
Yeah,
it's a spicy move. Even if I don't kill you, hopefully I can pin up people inside and whatnot. So we've got 5 shots.
Yep.
It's going to be hard cover, long range, which will be 6s because I'm shooting past this, which I said was hard cover.
Yeah.
This bit's light cover, this bit's hard cover.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, we've got 2 6s. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad to be.
It's not bad.
Take that.
Now, I need a 6 to kill.
Yeah.
Anything else is just nothing. Oh, Simon, I'm sorry. Now, all that happens is the truck dies, so you take a dice out for that, and your guys are forced to disembark, and they go down.
They take hits as well.
I didn't hit you with a high explosive, so I'll double check. But I think basically I've slotted the driver, because I don't have a pen value on my weapon.
Yeah.
I don't think essentially you blow up. Oh wait, I've not. Oh yeah, because you're soft skinned. Yeah. So I think I still need to roll the vehicle damage table. Because I've not hit you with a weapon with pen.
Yeah.
You're not actually officially dead yet.
Right, okay.
I need to roll the dice. So actually, you're on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to do a leadership check now. Yeah, because I didn't pen. If I pen you, so you put the fire out.
Yeah.
And you take an extra pin.
Right, so I've got 2 pins.
So I believe you've got 2 pins. And the guys inside have got 2 pins.
Yeah.
And then both units are down.
Right, okay.
I believe that's it. We could double check it, but I think that's what we'll...
That's about right.
Yeah, because you're still a vehicle, so I still need to roll on the vehicle damage table. And because I've not got a pen value, I don't think you just auto die.
I honestly can't remember.
I honestly can't remember as well, but I'm 99% certain that's okay, and that's the way we'll play it. So we'll leave that there. Well, we've had a lot of Italian artillery go off, lots of Russian things go off. Let's come back at the end of turn 3 and see what the lay of the land is. To be honest, there's been a lot of shooting happening from the Soviet side, a lot of dying happening from the Italian side. So the main unit of note was this unit of guards pushed forward and unleashed righteous communist death into the black shirts, the shirkers there, and we cut down half of them. We didn't kill more than half, so we didn't need to force them to take a leadership check, which they definitely would not have liked, because I think they're on 6 pins at this point. 6 shirker pins.
They're not doing anything now.
They're not great now, no.
I think they're out for the game at this point.
Exactly. We also had some return fire from the... to be fair, the Italians did shoot the auto blender over here and killed 2 guys. I did not uprate. I stayed as green or inexperienced, and I took a pin. And then there was just various officers moving forward supporting their pushes. So we will put the dice back into the bag as we go into turn 4, over the halfway point of the game. Definitely feel like the advantage is with the Soviets right now, but the Italians have got a few key units they've not brought into the fight. They've got 2 more infantry squads. Remember, the Italian infantry is, apart from, well, they could go shirkers, but
one could.
One more could go shirkers, and one of the squads is definitely fanatic. And if that other squad goes fanatic as well, that could be quite big, because it allows Italians to start running everywhere and doing what they want, because they don't care about the incoming fire. So let's see what happens going into turn 4. All right, turn 4. We've left our anti-tank rifles in ambush again. Just trying to keep that auto blinder back. And if that truck tries anything as well, we can pop some ambushes over there. All right, let's see what the first dice is going to be out of the bag. I'm hoping for a Soviet one. I need to get myself out from underneath that artillery bombardment. Ooh, it is a Soviet one. Excellent. So we've been shelled. We don't want to be shelled anymore. We're going to go for an advance move over here. Now, I am regular with 2 pins, but I have a senior lieutenant nearby, so it's just a good old-fashioned 9. Whoa, just made it. So I will lose 1 pin, and then I'm going to have to basically move out, significantly from where I was, and we're just going to go Billy Big Bollocks, Simon. So we're just going to come down to the other side of the hill here, and we're going to try and shoot up your infantry down here. So something like that. There we go. Not everyone's going to be able to. He won't be in range, but it will be 1, 2, 3, 4 SMGs, and it'll be 2 rifles. Now, do you want to go down or anything? It will be. I have 1 pin on me still.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So it'll be and it'll be long range. So it will be 5 to hit.
Yeah, go down.
The Italians are going down. Their first action of the game, of the turn. So they are going down, which means I will now be hitting you on 6s, followed by 6s with everyone. So I might as well put those 2 riflemen in there as well. We're giving it a go. We are giving it a go, but you've definitely reduced the amount of... That would have been just 4 hits straight up there. Not in the tray. No. So, charging through the smoke and the shell fire, the Russian guards, the elite of the Soviet Union, have pushed forward, and they've sprayed everywhere, and they've forced the Italians to keep their heads down. Those black shirts not having a good time. Okay, next dice.
I'm going to snap 2.
Ooh, we're going for snap 2. First snap 2 of the game.
So he's going to fire, which is that one.
Yeah.
He's going to advance.
With the auto blinder.
No.
No.
The officer.
The officer himself.
So he's going to advance to...
Get yourself into a good position.
And these guys are going to advance as well.
Okay, the Italians getting a wiggle on. Good to see. It seemed like they were floundering a little bit. Now it seems like they are pushing for the burn, trying to seize back the initiative and just don't let the Soviets swarm all over them. Don't worry if they fall down the hill a little bit. We know where they're meant to be.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're going to shoot everything into these guys.
Okay, I will wear it because it'll be long range for SMGs, and it will be light cover.
So
5s to hit.
They're not. These are all rifles.
Oh, those guys. I thought you were talking about your officer.
Now these guys are going to first.
So I think it'll just be moved and light cover, so it'll be 5s either way. And then there'll be some which will be long range.
So that'll be those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
And 7 within 7.
That guy just doesn't want to stand up, does he?
So 7 in 5s and 4 at 6s.
I believe that's correct. I was getting some dice for my armor saves then. I'm playing the wrong game there. I will stand up. I'm going to wear it. So 2 hits. So I've definitely taken a pin.
And then these are the ones on 5s.
On 6s even.
6s,
4 dice.
yeah.
You rolled one too many. Don't worry. You
missed all of them anyway.
You missed all of them anyway, so don't worry about it. Yeah. 4s to kill. That is a kill, sir. A kill and a pin.
And then the SMGs will both be in long range. So that's going to be 6s, isn't it?
It'll be long range.
Yeah.
And it will be light cover.
Yeah.
And that's it. Because you don't count for moving with SMGs.
So 5s then.
So 5s.
2 shots each.
Yes. That's an extra 2 hits. I love SMGs. Let's see if they can get a couple of kills on them. No kills though, unfortunately. Could I have a dice for a pin, or should I just stop pilfering from your stock and get some of my own at this point? There we go. Put an orange dice and put a pin on them, please. Just the 1.
2.
Nope, you only get 1 for the unit.
Yeah, but that's 2 different units.
Oh, were you shooting them as well?
Yeah.
So I thought, yes, then absolutely 2 pins, 100%.
Right.
Oh, howitzer.
Howitzer,
where's he shooting? So give me that dice, because that was pulled. So that's legitimately mine for later. But you have got to do your snap to on your howitzer as well. So you're snapping to using the spotter, who's activating to then shoot the howitzer. Juicy target rich environment over here.
I'm going to try and get those guys, because they're just going to, actually no, they're going to move. We'll get the squad up there again.
Okay, so those dice have gone away now, so you'll be hitting on a 6.
Actually, no, let's drop it onto these guys, because the clusters.
Yep, so needing a 6. Oh, not quite.
Nope.
We'll get the metal dice, and it'll be on a 5. There we go.
Right, we pulled your dice.
Pull my dice. Now, I am going to, in response to this brazen attack, I am going to... they've gone down, so they don't need to do that one yet. So I'm going to go for my machine gun again. My machine gun, and we're going to once again lay shots into that truck. Just trying to make it so they're not happy boys. So we are on heavy cover, and we are on long range. Got a pair of hits again. The hammer and sickle rising into the sky, looking for 6s to wound. No, not this time. So an extra pin for both units, please, because the squad inside is also taking it. Over to me. We've been there. Yeah, that's their advanced dice there. KV's not been, but you've gone down. Okay, KV's going to go for an advance. And he is going to... He's going to go forward 9 inches and pivot, I think. So 9 inch. Go shoot your howitzer. Now, this will be long range. This will be light cover.
Range?
Yeah.
I don't think it is that.
18?
What's the range of the heavy guns? 36.
Yeah.
Alright, there you go. Take that back.
Yep, just. So that will be long range.
So you're doing your machine guns.
Yeah, long range, light cover, and moved for 6s. And then you are regular with a gun shield, so it'll be 5s to wound.
Okay.
I've got 2 hits. And then we're looking for 5s. Nope, but we put a pin on you. And we can see you, which is the biggie.
Just a white dice for a pin. I can't shoot you back, can I?
I mean, you've already shot this turn.
Yeah, I can't shoot you back anyway next turn.
Why?
Because you're going to be not in my arc.
Yes, you probably have to do a... Oh no, you can do an advance, which allows you to pivot on the spot and fire. Yeah. You're fixed. You're not immovable. You're fixed.
These guys are going to get out and charge.
Okay, so leadership order test. You get +2. So you're but with -3, you're going to be on leadership 7.
8.
So you go from 10 down to 7. From 9 down to 6 +2 is 8. You are right. It's 8. Whoa! Ah, you're okay. You're okay.
So I'm definitely within 12.
You're definitely within 12. This could be big. This could be big. The Italians could sweep the Russian flank clear here. I tell you what I will do is I will trigger my ambushes here to try and kill a couple of you on the way in. Now, I think I'm on I'm going to do it from the moment you appear from your truck there.
Yeah.
So it'll be... I'll give you light cover because I'm shooting through that tree. But I should be...
Could be hard cover, is it?
Actually, I think one will be hard cover and one will be...
They're both going to be.
Both going to be hard cover. Okay, so 2 hard cover shots. I'll go with 6s. Nope. Off you go.
Right, so I've got 11 men and a submachine gun.
Fire. Now we will fight at the same time because it is a defended position because I'm behind a wall.
So I'm killing you on 3s?
Yeah, I could react.
Guards.
No, on guard. Oh no. Are you within 6 there? Yeah, because you disembark and then charge, so I wouldn't be able to get reaction fire on you. So yeah, that's fine. So we're killing. I've got loads of SMGs. You're fanatic, so you can't die on this. You just do as much damage to me as you can.
Yeah, we just keep going.
We just keep going.
So 4s.
So you have you got an SMG in there?
Yeah.
So the SMG doesn't give you an extra attack.
It doesn't.
No, but so take your do your rifleman first. Rifleman and LMG first. So that should be 10.
Yeah.
Roll those looking for 4s. Okay. Now you have killed 4, which is not bad. And you've got 2 6s there.
Yeah.
So
no, 1 6. 1 was a...
Okay, so roll that to 6, see if you get exceptional damage. You do, so you can kill the sergeant.
Right, okay.
Right, so I've definitely lost 4. Now do your SMG guy. He gets 1 attack, killing on a 4. And he doesn't get an extra. So if you kill someone, you get an extra attack. In Bolt Action First Edition, it just gave you 2 attacks, but they changed it to an extra chance if you kill. Okay. So I've lost 4, including my sergeant. Now I've got 5 SMG guys left.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting you back on 4s. 4! And I'm going to pick your sergeant. So you lose 5, including your sergeant. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 riflemen. Oh, Simon, no! And I'm going to kill you LMG as well. So you have lost 8.
Yeah.
No, you lost 8. You lost 8 and just 3 riflemen left. But you're not. But it's not over. It's not over.
Lose 2 more.
I lose 2 more. Okay. Now I lost 4, didn't I? Yeah. So I'll have my 5 SMG guys. I didn't even roll my extra attacks with SMGs, did I?
No, so you may as well do that.
So they might not even lose those guys.
You killed all 5.
So I killed. There was 1 more attack back. I'll still take a casualty.
That's just
And then my SMGs this time killed the last guy. So we'll say I lost 6 because you rolled your dice and you got a couple of successes there.
Yeah.
So I lose
-2 on my
1,
leadership.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And there we are. That was brutal. You should have definitely come out a bit stronger than that. That was a very strong showing from the Soviet Guard infantry.
I'm now -2 on all my leadership tests.
Because you've lost
3.
And I've lost none.
I've lost 3? No, I've lost 2 at this point.
So you're not down yet?
No, but I'm about to.
Okay. It's not looking good.
No, I think that's pretty much all she wrote at this point.
Yes. I have a dice here. I don't know what it's for, though.
That was brutal.
So that was your dice there. I can't remember. We'll put it to one side. Oh, it's my KV.
Yeah.
It's my KV. That was brutal. The Italians losing what can inarguably described as their best unit on their activation.
So are they.
C'est la vie, indeed. That was very tricky. Okay, pull the next. We'll tell you what. Let's finish off turn 4 off camera, and we'll have a look at the lay of the land going into turn 5. All right, end of turn 4. Bit of a sprint finish, but also a bit anticlimactic at the same time. After the Italian unit had run in to the brick wall that was the Soviet Guard squad, the Soviets then leapt out of their defense position and were like, we're going to hose down the officer, and just didn't, just missed. And we got 4 hits, and then we got no kills. And then the auto blinder turned around and was like, I'm going to hose you down now, and then just didn't get any kills. Yeah, we both got like a pin on each other, but that was about it. Elsewhere, the Soviet push continued. We're now securing that objective there. This squad tried to move forward but failed, so I shot one of them with the Commissar. They still failed. And then there was the sort of final bit of shooting, which kind of sealed the deal at that point. This unit of conscripts, despite needing 6 followed by 6s, because they've moved, they're inexperienced, and Simon was down, got 3 6s. Then we rolled those 6s again for the difficult hits, and we got a 6. We then rolled to wound, and we got a 6. And then we rolled for exceptional damage, and we got a 6, killing the NCO from this squad, and essentially getting rid of, they're not going to do much in the face of all this now.
Yeah.
So Simon and I have had a little bit of a chit and a bit of a chat off camera, and we're gonna call it here. Simon, very, very, very good game, sir. I do think the Italians took a bit of a mauling that game, and sort of just looking at the lay of the land, I think this objective is pretty securely ours. This objective here is going to be ours, and I'm happy to say that the Italians maybe push over here, but I've got lots of little units that I can run on to try and contest these objectives as well. So I think the Italians are pretty mauled, and Simon was like, should we call it there? And I didn't want to rub salt in the wound or anything like that. So yeah, we have called it a fast and furious game of action, and very, very well played to Simon. The nature of Italians, I imagine. Simon, I think even though you took a bit of a drubbing in this game, I think this is the least salty you've been in a while. You were actually quite chill, Simon, today.
I've only been particularly salty in one game, and that was after I've had really bad news. But that was fun. It's Italians are there.
Yes, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You do have this sort of tongue-in-cheek moniker of Salty Simon, but you're really not that bad. If you were properly salty, I wouldn't be able to play games with you, But I do. Even though the Italians got a bit smashed that game, I have to say I do love them. Every time I play your Italians, it makes me want to have them, because there's so many little mechanics happening. Like, oh, am I going to be fanatic this time? Oh no, I'm a shirker. But it was just to give you guys an idea. We're sort of going to the sort of the final thoughts here. Simon and I, it normally takes us, I'd say 6 to 8 hours to film a 40k battle report. It can, if we're going down to the wire and we're both bringing good armies.
Yeah, I can shut you up.
Yeah.
I'm honest. It's like, shut up and start filming, for crying out loud.
I have a bit of me, a chatterbox. Who would have thought? But this,
it is. It's.
I think this game we got recorded inside of 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
which is pretty wild. Simon, what was it? I know, obviously, like I said, it was a bit of a drubbing, but how was it playing the action again? Did you find, was it nice? Getting the Italians out again.
Yeah, I love the Italian. It's difficult because it's not difficult. It's amazing how much you rely on this one tank.
The medium tank.
Yeah, because if I'd have had that for 2, maybe 3, 4 rounds, that would have made a huge difference.
100%.
I mean, I only ever bank on it. Well, I never bank on it staying down more than 1 turn, but if you can keep the machine guns, it does help swing the infantry battle, because I'm not going to win a tank duel with it.
No, and so you've actually faced Soviet heavy tanks in a tournament environment several times before, and normally this tactic that you've employed absolutely works. You saw my tank go down here, you went right, I'm going over here. There should, I should be protected by those 6s to hit.
Yeah.
And I just got a 6, followed by a 6, followed by a 5. Yeah, you faced an IS-2.
Yeah.
And it didn't.
I didn't let it shoot me once.
Yeah, you drove away from it and stuff.
I kept around it, and it worked well because the little M14 just went round decimating infantry squads.
The conscripts, which is exactly what you wanted in this case.
This is the first time I've lost against the Russians with these, believe it or not.
Really?
Every time I've played them, I've beaten them. It's only been 3 times prior to this, but yeah, it's. I think the M14 is quite a good counter to
conscripts.
Yeah. Very, very, very much so. And especially if you can avoid the tanks, but if you can't avoid the tanks, it doesn't work.
Speaking of conscripts, I'd say obviously this army feels very comfortable for me to play. This is only the second time that I've played my Soviets on Battle Report, but it is about the fifth or sixth time that I've played them overall, and it's very similar to playing Imperial Guard in 40k. I take masses of infantry, which clog up the objectives, and behind those infantry are the actual damage dealers, things like the artillery and the tanks. And this, just for anyone that's curious, this entire Soviet army that you see in front of you, plus about a dozen or 2 models which are off the board from casualties and from spare models as well, came from the Soviet Winter Starter Box, which it's a little pricey, but you do get a hell of a lot of models with that. You get 80 Soviet infantry, which, it's hard to turn your nose up at that. But yeah, it was very, very fun, and it was, for me, it's great to play something a bit different. We have been hitting the 40k hard. Like, I think we've just done 40k battle reports every week or every other week since the beginning of the year, with only 2 older ones thrown in there, 2 or 3 older ones thrown in there. Yeah, so it's been a lot of 40k, and also we had we had a team tournament at the beginning of the year, didn't we? And we had Adepticon.
Yeah.
And then I've been to a lot of tournaments, a lot of one-dayers as well. So it's been nice to step outside of the GW bubble today and do a little bit about action. But let us know what you guys think. Did you enjoy this bolt action battle report?
Probably more so than me.
He had to get one last salty comment in there, didn't he? Did you enjoy this bolt action battle, or are you kindred spirits from Simon? Let us know down in the comment section below. Between Simon and I, we pretty much have every bolt action army. So we're thinking of our next battle report maybe doing the
Americans done.
You've got the American Airborne.
Yeah, but I'm quite fancy the Rangers now. I
think the plastic Airborne could be built pretty much anywhere you want. Yeah. Someone was explaining this to me in one of my US videos on Wall of Wednesday. Yeah. And they went, the US Airborne can literally, they've got the same uniforms as the GIs essentially for the plastic ones. So it's you can basically build them and paint them a generic sort of green colour, and one day they can be airborne and the next day they can be Rangers, and so on and so forth. But yeah, you need to get your airborne sorted, and I've got my airborne as well. So I've got the mine are the metal weird airborne. I absolutely love those models. But we're thinking for our next battle report, we're going to do the Brits versus Germans, and then in the future, maybe I hear on the wind the call of Banzai!
That's only happening when I get Gurkhas.
Okay, fair enough.
Then we'll have an army of Gurkhas and give you some filth back.
Absolutely. But yeah, well, stays off camera. How's our camera stays off camera, Simon? But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this battle report. Let us know what you want to see. Hopefully you're excited for the German v Brit one that's coming up. And I also want to say a huge thank you to all of the channel members. We have a lot of channel members and Patreon supporters, and thanks to their incredible and generous support, we are able to do lots of different game systems. And we have a lot of those members, I should say, that play bot action. It's definitely the second game for most people in the MG community, and we've not done a bot action battle report in a while. So I just want to say a huge thank you to those bot action members and those bot action Patreons who generously and patiently support this content on the channel. And if you want to support and go the extra mile, then please consider becoming a channel member or a patron. It really is the lifeblood of what we do here and allows us to try new things out. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And of course, as always, I'll see you guys next time.